What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Climb Together podcast. This is episode number 54. I'm excited. We have a lot to talk about. We've officially reached a full year of, I just realized we're over a year of episodes and we're almost that year. We almost finished year two.
Yep.
So, now, technically speaking, we've done a podcast more than every other week at this point. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Just
Um,
slightly.
yeah, cause yeah, my bad on that one. And but anyway, we're getting caught back up. The podcast has been going live, on the YouTube pretty much every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That'll change
I've
once I
been
start.
seeing them in my recommended constantly.
Yeah, so go give those a listen. Take a trip down memory lane a little bit. Right now, the timeline is about a year ago. Talking about MW2 coming out.
Yeah, I saw something about I think the last one was like the hype about MW2, and I was like, bro, MW3 is almost out.
Yeah, so if you guys want to be like, if you guys want to see how we were so excited about NW2, and that was very um misleading. I feel like
Yeah.
it was not as good as we thought it was going to be. But I mean, hopefully, this year's gonna be hopefully different. I mean, I've seen a lot of promising things. People are saying COD is back. They didn't say that last year, so um
We got a lot of news yesterday, so
yeah, we have a lot of things to talk about today as far as that's concerned, and a couple other things as well. Um, so I figured we might as well just go ahead and get into it.
yeah.
First off, kind of go in chronological order, I guess. First thing is the XDefiant release has been postponed. Officially, they made an announcement tweet about it. Just go ahead and pull it up real quick, actually.
They made an
Um,
announcement tweet about it a couple weeks ago. We actually figured out when the date probably is gonna be.
yeah. So we knew it was going to be postponed, but we kind of have like an idea of when it's going to be postponed till.
Yeah.
So that gives us a little bit more. Now we're not just. We're still waiting, but now we're not waiting aimlessly. I guess you could say.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
we're still kind of waiting aimlessly, but
we have a
we have a
better idea.
slight timetable now.
Yeah. So hold on, let me just pull up. I was gonna try to. Oh fuck! Stop clicking on things, Tony. You're not supposed to be clicking on. All right. As you can see, I'm like not. I'm not on it today. This is my brain is not functioning at full capacity like it should be. So my my apologies in advance. All right, I think they posted it to the official XDefiant Twitter. Yes. Okay. Hold, please. Um, cancel. Yeah, I'm really not. I'm really struggling today. Holy shit. Okay. Cool. All right. Got it pulled up. I'm gonna go ahead and just read it for you guys. I pulled it on the screen so you guys can read it along if you're in
Yep.
chat. A message from the XDefiant team. Thank you to everyone who participated in our recent public test session and continue to stand alongside us as we build XDefiant. Oh, wait, is this the right one?
That's the one from a couple weeks ago.
That's from October 9th.
That's the last thing they
Oh,
posted.
oh okay. Hold on. Latest. Top. Hold on. Where is it? I tried finding it in our DMs, but we were texting a lot, so I was like,
Well, it wasn't anything that XDefiant posted. It was just the
mm.
Ubisoft document.
Oh, I think I found it. Such a
Yeah,
release.
there you
Okay,
go.
okay. So third quarter 2023 net bookings for the third quarter are expected to come in at approximately 610, whatever. The overperformance in quarter two and the current positive momentum of Ubisoft's brands build confidence for the rest of the year. The company can therefore confirm its announced guidance of strong top line growth and non IFRS in operating income, blah, 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 whatever. Uh, what we're all like thing. The lineup for the remainder of the fiscal year includes on the premium side Assassin's Creed Mirage that already came out. Assassin's Creed Nexus VR, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Just Dance 2024 edition. Ooh. Prince of
Yep.
Persia: The Lost Crown, and Skull and Bones, which is set to release during quarter 4 of 2023 to 2024. On the free to play side, Rainbow Six Mobile, The Diversion, Resurgence, and XDefiant will also launch later this fiscal year. So they're saying it's kind of gonna come out like, because there's so I learned this in accounting, right? There's two different types of years.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. I'm gonna try to bring it up real quick. Um, so there's the okay. So there's the calendar year and then there's the fiscal year. So
Yep.
the calendar year is like January through December, right? And then there's the fiscal
Yeah.
year of which the like the company operates, and sometimes it's like could it really just depends on the company in and of itself. Like some people start from when the business was created. That was when their like first fiscal year started. Um it's like their yearly report, but then there's like the calendar year, which is like the societal standard calendar year.
Yeah.
So there's two different things. So I don't know when their fiscal year ends.
I think most companies' fiscal years start
You,
in April and end in March.
yeah. So they'll probably do it. So it'll probably, from where things are. I mean, continuing on from like where we thought. Uh, it'll probably be quarter 1 of the calendar year, which will probably be like January, February, uh, March. So it'll be in that section. Hopefully
Yeah.
January, most preferably before I go back to school, because I want to get some serious grind time in. But
I do think there is still a chance that it launches maybe in like December, but it's probably most likely going to launch like probably January or February.
I mean, most probably. I mean, I'm gonna plan for January, February, and then like if it comes out sooner, I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
excited. You know, like I'm
I'd
not
say
gonna
March at
be,
the latest.
yeah, but definitely quarter 1 for sure. I think at this point, which I think it might be better for them just because there's so many games that come out right before and like in this last quarter of the year, such as Call of Duty and a bunch of other different games, and I think it might just be better for
Yeah,
them
and
overall.
everybody like by January or February, I wouldn't say like most people, but like a lot of people are getting tired of COD at
Yeah,
that point.
or they've done the grind, you know, the initial grind of like
Yeah.
leveling, leveling the guns that they want to play with, getting guns gold that they want to get gold, you know,
Yeah.
and then especially like the people that like speed run Call of Duty, you know.
Well,
Um
those people would get it done in like a couple of weeks.
yeah. So
They'd be ready for XDefiant like by
in
the end of November.
yeah, literally, and the game comes out November 10th. So yeah, yeah, it's one of those things. Like the
Yeah.
majority of casual players, they'll have played, you know, their initial grind of the game by then and be ready for maybe a change. Waiting for
Yeah.
like bugs to be fixed and stuff like that. So it's this whole thing. But I do think that'll be better for them in the long run to postpone that
It'll
to
be
quarter
better
1.
for like their launch and probably like the longevity of the first year of the game.
Yeah. So we'll have to just wait and see. We'll keep you posted. Um, we still have some plans for XDefiant. I did want to say this on the podcast, because I haven't really announced it anywhere else. Deception and I have left Denial Gaming. We've decided to depart.
Yep.
We have our reasons. Mainly just the overall encompassing. We've got a lot of personal things going on, and well, I know Deception has a lot of personal things going on. Me, I, I do have some personal things. Anyway, besides the point, we just like our ideas weren't like lining up. Things weren't um lining up, and we just kind of want to go in a different direction. The both of us. So yeah. So keep your eyes. We got some things in the works.
Yep.
Just keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open, and you'll be hearing from us on that front in the near future. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, it was a difficult decision to make, just because I've been an owner. I
Yeah.
was an owner of the org. Deception. I've been in the org for like a year and a half now. So
We
it was
basically joined together too.
yeah, we joined within like a week of each other.
Yeah.
We're the duo out here. We go everywhere together in the gaming industry. If you usually see me somewhere, you see Deception there too. Um, but it was a difficult decision to make. But I believe that it was the right one for me.
Yeah.
And the right one for Deception as well. He feels as though. So yeah, and all the love to Luther and Breezy and everybody else. Nothing against them, just different ideas and on of where things were how things were going. Um, so yeah, so we're just gonna kind of kick it by ourselves here for a little bit, um, until the next opportunity arises, and kind of just keep doing us, and you'll be seeing more things from both, at least me, because all that time that I was putting into denial, I can now put into myself. So
Yeah.
keep your eyes open. I've got a lot of cool things coming your way here in the next couple months. Deception knows, but I'm not gonna be leakage today. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Um, but
Don't be leakage.
yeah, you guys will enjoy. I'll start to hint more at it the more things develop, I
We
guess.
do have the 2-year anniversary of the podcast coming up.
That's very true.
So
That's in like 2 weeks, I think. We'll do it the
2
fifth.
weeks
You want to do it
from
the
this
15th?
Friday.
Yeah. So the 15th, we'll probably do the 2-year anniversary episode, and then the
Yep.
17th, we can do like we can play some COD or something together to commemorate the occasion. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
I mean, that's what we were doing the first time.
It's true.
Before the first podcast, we were playing COD.
That's very true. I mean, like before the podcast was even. That's how COD is where the podcast originated. Honestly, like we were
Yeah.
playing COD and talking, and we are just like, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yep. That's how it went.
But yeah, so just keep your eyes peeled. Obviously, the Climb Together podcast is here to stay. So, we're here every week. We've been doing pretty good on the consistency aspect of this. And
Ever since like September, we've been on it.
well, yeah, because like I'm back at school now, and like I purposefully make my schedule so we can still do the podcast. Like I'm selecting classes for like next year, and I'm like, I literally took a class online because the only time that was like offered was during the podcast. So I was like, don't fuck it, I'll take it online. The power of the 21st century, ladies and gentlemen.
True.
So consistency here is a priority for me right now, and
Yeah.
So I mean, the only consistency that we've had, like the inconsistency, is time sometimes, but that's just because of like risks, like having a doctor's appointment, and they're like remote, so they have to be in the room, and I can't be in the room because they're a doctor appointment. So
Yeah, and that like rarely happens.
yeah, it's like every once in a while. So
Yeah.
or like something else happens that we have to push it back like half an hour, but it hasn't been like it hasn't been like a day. You know what I mean? We haven't really missed a day in a while, I don't think.
I don't think we missed a day since probably September.
I don't think so either.
Maybe.
But anyway, we'll definitely be caught up sooner than anticipated with the podcast, I think. Mainly because I've been slacking on the editing department. Like I have videos like recorded and like ready to go. I just have to sit down and edit them. But like it's so tedious, and my fucking Premiere sometimes crashes, and I just get so frustrated. Like so
Oh, mine doesn't do that.
Well, my PC also is so old. Like I have a freaking
that is
ancient
true.
PC in the like it's like 4 years old, unchanged. Like I haven't done anything to upgrade it. It's 4 years.
Mine's coming up on 3.
Yeah, so it's an ancient little thing, and So I'm gonna have to get a new one eventually.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just like upgrade a few components here and there.
You
Probably
could
be
either
cheaper.
upgrade or get a new one and use that one for just streaming and run dual PC.
That's fair. I was thinking about getting a new one and just giving Risk this one
Yeah, that could work.
because it streams fine. It still plays fine. It's just like the Premiere stuff isn't going the way I want it
And
to.
then we could get Riss a streaming career
Listen,
started.
I want Risk to stream. Risk has streamed like twice, and I want them to do it again because I feel like they'd be really good at it. They have that personality, you know, because whenever they come on stream with me, it's like a great time. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people that are in chat, like just fucking vibing, like
Yeah,
everybody loves it.
everybody's loved Riss since the beginning.
Yeah, like remember like it was like 2 years ago when I brought them on stream. I'm like, I want you to meet somebody, and we were just go friends at the time, and everybody loved Riss. Everybody. Riss is loved in the Scorpion Syndicate. Okay,
Riss is almost loved more than you.
I honestly, if that was the truth, if Riss was loved more than me, I'd be okay with it. I think means I did good on finding a
That's
partner.
true.
So I mean, if
That's
the
true.
homies love Riss, then I did good. I think.
Yeah.
And that's a tea on that. Anyway, moving on. I guess I can talk about Riss all day. You guys know that. Like I could go all day.
I remember the first time you told me about Riss, we were playing Splitgate.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh
long ago
my
it was.
god, Splitgate. Oh my god. Dude, we were grinding Splitgate.
Dude, that game was fun.
Yo, shout out to Pervy, may he rest in peace. He freaking called that game was gonna blow up. He called it.
I mean, when I played it, I could have seen it because I was like, "How does this game only have like 500 players? This is
Yeah,
fun."
cause okay, so Pervy introduced me to the game, right? And so, damn, we're going on our side chances again, but whatever. Who cares? Closing the book. Get into it. Pervy was like, "Yo, Tone, you gotta download this game. We gotta play." And I was like, "Okay, cause like Pervy, he was like my guide through gaming. You know what I mean? Like he took me under his wing when I was like 16 years old. Made sure I was like safe in the community because like I was 16. There's bad people out there, but he was just like, "I got you. Like I'm gonna protect you here," because like he knew I wasn't gonna like just stop. You know. Anyway, so I pretty much listened to whatever he said in a sense. Like he was like, "Yo, play this game." I'd be like, "Oh, done." Especially if it was free. Oh yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
So we played, and I'm like, damn, this game's pretty freaking fun. Like, and it was like kind of at the end of the COD season, like I think it was like Cold War maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
that was probably during Cold War.
I think it was during Cold War, and
Cause you played it like a couple once before me.
yeah, so I think it was in Cold War because it was before Riss, and Riss and I got together right before Vanguard came out.
Yeah.
So we started playing, and I was like, damn, this is fun. And I was like, Deception, bro, you gotta download it because I was streaming it. And so Deception got on with me, and I think Wyatt did too. Maybe Cash, but
Yeah, well, Wyatt got on
oh
too.
yeah, so we were all grinding that
Me and
game,
Wyatt grinded that game.
and then all of a sudden, it freaking blew up like out of nowhere, just kind of like just went crazy, and
I think it was people on TikTok posting stuff
I
about it.
think so. I think so too. Like games that you know that are really good, but you never know, you never knew about or something like that. And people just started playing it, and they're like, "Damn, this is so great! This is so fun!" Because it's a lot like Halo, right? And we hadn't have a Halo game in a while, but then Halo Infinite came out, and it kind of like it was anticipated that with Halo coming out, Splitgate it was gonna die, and it was a lot of it was like the
That's what
dev.
everybody thought.
Yeah, and like with a lot of it was like dev team. I mean, they had a small dev team, so they couldn't really keep
They
up
had
with
like
the
4 or 5 people on that game.
yeah, literally only four, like not even exaggerating, like 4 or 5.
And I think
Um,
like even when they expanded, they only expanded their dev team to like 20.
yeah, so they just didn't have like the manpower to keep up.
They're apparently making something new though, so
Apparently, I don't know. We'll see.
it's
But
been like 2 years since they said that, so
I don't. Yeah, who
we'll
knows?
see.
I mean, games take a while to develop, so
Well,
yeah.
especially with them having a small dev team, it wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised if we don't even see anything next year.
That's
But
fair. Oh man. Sorry guys, I'm like exhausted. Riss and I watched like scary movie. We watched the Blair Witch Project last night.
oh lord,
Cause Halloween. I
yeah.
was like, Rish is like, well, if we're gonna watch a movie, I want to be scared. Cause I was like, why don't we watch? We've been watching the Poltergeist trilogy,
Ooh,
but like it's not even that scary per se. Like there's jump scares, but it's not like scary because it's like an old movie series. So like the graphics or like the like
see
special
that's
effects
the
aren't that great.
that's the thing is like I'll say this because I hear all kinds of people, especially like my mom and stuff, will talk about how like scary the movies were when she was little. And I was like, yeah, you were little, and it was like the 70s and like the early 80s. Like what? Like if I watch that movie now after watching modern scary movies, I'd be like, yeah, it's not that
Yeah,
grand. Yeah, it's like it's whatever.
because we watched the newer Halloween trilogy, right, with like Michael Myers, and that's what we watched first. So
Yeah, it
like
was
going
pretty
into
scary.
Poltergeist, like that was I was first movie, I was petrified. Second movie, kinda. Third movie was like meh, it's just kind of like wrapping it up. So it's like takes place like the first two movies take place over like 48-hour time period, and then
Yeah,
like the last movie is like a time jump,
yeah.
right? And then spoiler alert, they like grind him up at the end, which I
Oh,
think, so they make sure he stays dead, motherfucker. But so like watching that movie, like the first two, I was like genuinely scared. And then going into the third movie, I was scared because I was just like the first two like scared the crap out of me. So like I was already going into
yeah,
it like knowing I was gonna get scared, so I was already like on
yeah.
edge. But I like joke during scary movies to make them not as scary to me, I guess. That's how
That makes
that's my
sense.
coping mechanism. I talked to my therapist about it. She's trying to get me to not do that anymore.
Yeah,
But it's
that makes sense.
But anyway, so we were watched then we watched Poltergeist and I was like, this isn't even like there's a couple like jump scares, but Riss is like you're probably not gonna like because Riss watched it when they were younger. Remember, everything's scarier when you're a kid. Um, but Riss watched it when they were younger and like you're not probably not gonna be able to watch TV after this. And I'm like, all right, like I probably won't. But like it wasn't even that bad. Like it was I can understand why it was a scary movie like back in the day, but
Yeah.
I have studied film and like production so much that I was just able to break the movie down, which I feel like maybe ruined the movie for me.
Yeah, I feel like people who make movies or people who study film and know about a lot of stuff, like watching movies is probably not as cool as somebody who doesn't know anything about it.
Well, I mean like with some movies and TV shows I don't do that with because like it's just such a good like they're so good that you don't need to like that it's like not necessary. Like like sometimes like I'll be watching like Riss and I are watching Supernatural right now because we've been watching it for like the past 2 years and we're almost done watching it all. So we watch it like
Oh,
on and off. It's Riss's favorite TV show. If you didn't notice by like all the Supernatural gifts on the denial
yeah.
filters. Once I like gave Riss that responsibility like Supernatural.
See, I'm the odd man out. I've never seen Supernatural, and you and Riss love it. Erica loves it. I've never watched it.
I think you should watch it. I think you and Erica should do like a little like you know binge session of it together and just kind of watch it together because it is
We
a
could probably do that, to be
because
honest.
you can just like
Cause
hop in
on,
Discord and like
cause like on her off days from streaming, that's literally all we do is we talk for like 8 hours straight. So
yeah, just like watch some Supernatural. It's a really good. I mean, it's like takes a while. It took a while for me to get into it, but now I'm like into it. So
yeah.
like Sam and Dean, I love those little guys. Love them. There's so many like little scenes where it's just they're so heartfelt and they tap into their like feminine side sometimes and they don't like shove everything down. I mean, they shove most things down, but they don't like they have like little bro moments where they'll be like, "You good?" And the other guy'd be like, "Nope." And they'll be like, "Do you want to talk about it?" And the guy's like, "Nope." And they're like, "Okay." Or then they talk about it. It's like I like it. It's like a good balance for me.
Oh,
Um,
speaking on Poltergeist, if you don't like the old movies, there's a Poltergeist that came out in like 2017 that I watched, and I thought it was pretty good.
okay. I'll consider
That
it.
one might scare you a little bit.
Halloween's over, so now it's Christmas movie season. So maybe next year. Um, but anyway, back
Dude,
to
I
what I
can
was
watch a
saying
scary
before.
movie anytime.
That's fair. But anyway, but yeah, so Riss and I were watching that movie last night, and let me tell you, in the beginning of the movie, it says like three teenagers disappeared in the woods and were never found, and this is their footage. Like, and I was just like, wait, is this like true story? And Riss was like, yeah, like just like, and I think that made it like 10 times scarier. Was the fact that Riss said it was yes based on a true story, even though it wasn't. First off,
She got you.
they gaslit me.
It's like,
I got gaslit.
hey, that's it. Probably hooked you though.
It
So
did. It did. It
you know
did.
it worked.
Because there were sometimes I was like, "There's no way this is real. There's
It
no
worked.
way." But then I was like, "But it is." And then it just like made it like 10 times worse, dude. I was
Like
petrified.
gaslighting.
Riss was like, "Are you scared?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And then like literally after the movie
Are
ended,
you scared?
Riss was like, "I can't feel my fingers." Like they're like, "Can you like let go of my hand so I can like move?" And I'm like, "No, I am not." Like I didn't move
Oh
for a solid
man.
like 3 minutes after the movie ended. Like I was stuck in the same spot. Like I didn't move. I had like the Riz had their arm around like my shoulder and stuff like that. Cause we were like laying down. So like my head was like laying on their shoulder a little
Yeah.
bit, and they're like I had like my hand. They were holding hands, and like I had like left hand holding their right hand, and then I like was using my right hand to like grasp their forearm
Oh
for like
god.
dear life. And so I like it was bad. It was bad.
Dude, because like I've never watched Blair Witch either. I should probably watch
It's pretty good. Just go into it thinking it's based on a true story, and it makes it 100 times better.
that. Yeah.
Cause like
I
it's like
watched something that was sort of similar to Blair Witch called The Visit, and it was pretty scary.
yeah, I mean the build up, like the beginning build up, is pretty like so pretty much what it is. I'm just gonna give you like the plot, I guess. It's about these like college students that are like in film. They're making this documentary about the myth, the Blair Witch, right?
Yeah.
And so they go around, they kind of pretty much just like record everything. They kind of vlog the whole thing as they're making the documentary.
Yeah, it's basically like a homemade like vlog movie.
Yeah, it's like behind the scenes type deal of like the documentary that they're making,
Yeah,
right?
it's instead of it being like professionally filmed, it looks like they just filmed it themselves.
Yeah, which I mean, they probably did as actors, you know? They probably had the actors
Yeah,
just kind of film.
I think they probably actually did like use those cameras. Like it probably
Probably
either that or they used professional cameras and like put a
filtered it or
filter over
yeah,
it.
something like that. But this was also like 1999 when this movie came out, so like who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? But anyway, so like they go into then they like go around the first day that they come to the town, right? They go around, they interview a bunch of people, and everyone's just like, well, it's a myth, like it doesn't real, or like they kind of get like the lore of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the second day they go hiking into the woods to find these um like this cemetery, I guess, thing. It's not really like a cemetery, it's just like a bundle. It's just like rocks in like piles. It's like piles of
Yeah.
rocks, but in like an intentional manner.
Yeah.
And then one of the people, like one of the teenagers, he like accidentally like trips over the rocks and like touches it, like messes with it.
Oh no.
And I think that's what set the witch off.
Probably.
And then so they end up getting lost, and they can't find their way out. They're trying and they're trying and they're trying, still can't find their way out. Instead of
Oh
like
no.
it was supposed to be like they go in to the woods, camp, find the thing on the second day, find the other setting on the third, like the second day, camp the second night, and then third day they get out, right?
Oh. Yeah.
But the third day turned into a fourth day because they couldn't find their way out. And then one of the guys was like, "Well, people are gonna know we're gone. Like my girlfriend, she would know I would call her if I wasn't gonna be back, and like, so people will come looking for us." And then so the third day turned into the fourth day, and the fourth day turned into the fifth day. And on the fourth night, one of the people get like captured, I guess, and like taken out of the situation. And so they're like, "Where the fuck did he go?"
Hmm.
And I'm gonna stop right there because the rest is kind of like I don't want to like ruin it for you because it's pretty crazy. If you do decide to watch it, it was I don't know I liked it. It was a good movie. It was a good scary movie. I personally, the fact that I couldn't move afterwards means it was a good movie in scary terms. Like it was a good scary movie. The Poltergeist didn't scare me. First
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
because like that little girl, man, she really just like her psychic abilities fucked them all over. You know, like that's all it did. Anyway, and Halloween was a good movie too. The like the newer trilogy. I want to watch the older
Yeah.
one. But I feel like I watched them in the wrong order, so I'm not gonna know this. I didn't really know the storyline very much. I was kind of confused going into it, but
Oh.
because I have never watched the first like original Halloween movies.
Yeah, the ones that came out in like the 80s.
Yeah, but apparently the grandma in the new ones was in the old ones. So, which I think was pretty cool that they did.
She was probably the mom in the old ones.
No, she was actually like they like kept her as the same character.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, she got to be old then.
Oh yeah. She had like gray hair and everything. Um, she still kicked ass though, dude. Like she was badass. That's like the kind of person I want to be. Is like in a like okay, I'm not a big fan of guns. Like that's not my thing. But like she had like cool traps in her house. She had like a cool like secret bunker. Like I've always thought that was like the coolest thing ever. It was like to have like a secret bunker.
Granny Tone is just gonna have a secret bunker.
Yo, for real. You're gonna Chris and I are gonna get a house when we get if they if we could get a house. Um we're gonna like make the basement into like this secret bunker thing. They have to like press a button and the island in the kitchen moves and you're gonna go down there and you're gonna be like, oh my god. And we're gonna be set for
Yeah,
the apocalypse down there. Alright. All our kids will be set up for the apocalypse. Like
that is
my
hilarious.
kids are going into life prepared for that kind of stuff without like traumatizing them. I'm not gonna like train them from a young age to be like,
Without traumatizing them.
yeah, I'd be like, you guys just
Uh,
prepare yourselves just in case.
yeah,
But I'm not gonna be like, you need to fear this and make them like
yeah,
train or whatever. I'm just gonna be like, just this is what you gotta know if this happens, and do the best you can.
yep.
But anyway, enough about my scary movie experiences. Halloween's over. We gotta stop talking about it. That's actually one of the topics I had written down. Halloween is over. Oh man. Okay. So next, I'm gonna leave the MW3 talk for like the end, just because there's so much of it. So I have
Yeah,
like three more things left that we've kind of like DM'd about over the week. So the original Fortnite map is coming back to Fortnite on Friday,
yep.
and personally, I might have to download Fortnite again because I love that map.
Dude, we should play it.
We should.
I
We
want to
should.
play it really bad, to be
We
honest.
definitely
I
should.
think it'll be fun.
Is it so? It comes out Friday. Saturday,
Yeah.
Riss works at 11 at home, so like an hour and a half away, until like maybe like 4 or 5, and then they have to come back. So they won't be home till like 6 at the latest, so like 5 to 6 they won't be home till, and then they have to go to work at 11 p.m. up here because like uh, at Olive Garden you have to work one shift within 3 months or they boot you out of the system, and then you have to be rehired and go through the hiring process again.
Oh.
So yeah. And I think the way that mine like Risk stopped working there sooner than I did. I only stopped working there like a couple days before we went to college, so I have until November, like late November, to do it. So I think I might do it the weekend before Thanksgiving break. Because I think
Oh.
that's like my deadline. I have to look. Because I only stopped working like a day or two before we came out to school. And we came out to school like the 25th.
Yeah.
So I have until like the 20th. And I don't have a car anymore, so I have to like plan it out with Riss. So we on the same page, you know? Um, but anyway, we could definitely grind that out a little bit. I do want to play
Yeah.
some Valorant, but um, I will definitely be down to play Fortnite. I haven't played in so long, so I'm gonna be so trash, but it's okay.
I haven't played in
There's
a
no build
minute
mode.
either.
There's no build mode right now.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I might not do as trash as I would if there was build. Okay. Cool.
That's like that's like when me and my friend Ghost when we play Fortnite is like we like he said it and I was like, that's kind of true. Like cuz like me and Erica and talk about how good he is at Fortnite and he's like, I'm not good at Fortnite cuz I only play zero build mode. I'm good at Call of Duty and that just translates to zero build mode.
That's fair. That's completely fair. I 100% agree with that statement. That is also me. Cause I was like great at Fortnite in the beginning. Like I was getting like I was winning and all this other stuff because like I could like build like the ramp, for like
That used
oh
to be all you needed.
or like a wall for like main cover. But now I couldn't keep up with the architects of the game. Okay, they were building extravagant.
Yeah.
Okay, they're the blue collar workers of Fortnite. All right.
They can build you a 5-star hotel in 2.5 seconds.
Exactly, and I can't do that, so that's why I stopped playing. And I was gonna go back with zero build mode, but like at the same time, like I have very limited game time, and
Zero build is great.
I'd have
I'll
to
tell you
learn the
that.
new maps and all the new stuff. So like if I go back on an original map, I don't have to relearn the map because I already know the map. And
Zero build
then
is great.
I don't have to worry about building because it's zero build. And then um I can just like focus on playing and like learning new
Literally,
stuff.
the only thing in zero build that they have that's even close to something like building is a porta bunker. But
That's it.
people don't even use that very often.
Okay, cool.
I have like rarely seen people use it.
All right. I'm chill with that. Um, but yeah, we'll have to get in some games. Um, uh, transitioning, I guess. I want to talk about
Yeah.
the stuff that happened with Mr. Beast and uh I'm finding it. We were texting a lot over the past few days.
Yeah. We've
Oh,
been texting a ton.
she deleted all the tweets, so we can't really go back. But
Oh, great.
Rosanna Panzeo, I think. Hold on, look her up. There we go. Yeah, Panzino. Um, she pretty much like called out Mr. Beast about one of his videos. It's like a hide and seek for the creator games. She didn't get the right placing in the video as she did in real life, and she was upset about that. And she just like really went after him on social media, and like to the point where he was getting death threats. She was getting death threats, which I believe no one should get death threats. Personally speaking, nothing is worth someone's life. Um, no amount of internet drama is worth someone's life. But
Yeah.
she said, I would like to apologize to Mr. Beast. I should have expressed my feelings privately and handled things directly. I'll be removing all the posts where I talk about creator games and Jimmy. I will be honest in that thousands of death threats I've received today are a contributing factor, but I also do sincerely hear the feedback from so many of you. She definitely should have held this from behind like closed doors. She did have a project come out, I think. She did have a song come out recently, so maybe if it was cloud chasing, maybe she was cloud chasing for that to get more eyes on her for that video.
I
Um,
think judging by if she was clout chasing, she was definitely doing it for the YouTube channel
oh yeah,
because she has 14.5 million subscribers, and some of her recent videos haven't even cracked 100K views.
yeah.
So
So I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, I mean, I think Quackity was also wronged. I think he called out Mr. Beast on it. Quackity is a Minecraft YouTuber. I know that because my sister, my 14-year-old sister, is obsessed with the was used to be obsessed with the Dream SMP
Yeah.
crew, so I know all about them. Trust me. Um, but uh, so apparently he got second place, but it wasn't that way in the video. So I mean, I can definitely see how they were wronged. The way that they handled it was definitely not something that was to be explained. Um, and if Mr. Beast did change it on purpose, which I'm guessing he probably did, it was for the view aspect. That's how he makes money, to put all of these things. Um, he knew that having her being that spot wasn't going to generate as much like viewership as some of the other creators, which is wrong.
I mean, Logan Paul was in there, so
Yeah, Logan Paul was like what was traded out, and same thing for like another really
yeah, Logan
popular.
Paul's one of the people that made the top 3, and I don't think he was supposed to.
Yeah. Um, and I think someone else too, but he was thinking viewership and she was thinking not viewership, and just the fact that like her own personal thing, and that is not. I'm not calling it right or wrong because it's not my YouTube channel. Um, this is the thing that I saw someone say the other day. Swoop, she does like documentaries on YouTube about like true crime, like YouTubers that kind of like go off the rails and stuff like that. She really gets into like the science behind it and like really takes her time and like gets into it and like digs up the evidence and everything.
Yeah.
So I've been watching her documentaries while I do my homework, and she's like, as people, we have the right to determine which content we consume and which content we don't want to consume. We can set our own
True.
boundaries of who to watch and who not to watch.
Yeah.
So, if Mr. Beast changing that aspect to generate more views is something that you don't want to see in a creator, then don't watch Mr. Beast.
That's true.
Some people want to see the craziest things, even if it's
That's true.
fake. Some people want to see the real thing. That is your
Yeah.
choice as a consumer of content to choose which content you want to consume. If you don't want to watch someone, or if you don't want to see someone in your feed, that's why muting, blocking, and all those things exist. So you don't have
Yeah.
to. You can set your own consumption boundaries in what you do and do not want to consume. Like with everything that happened with NickMercs, which is something we're going to be talking about later in the podcast, NickMercs. Anyway, but like with everything that happened with NickMercs like a few months ago with his like whole Twitter drama that he went through and like his person being pulled off Call of Duty, I don't watch NickMercs
Yeah.
anymore because that's not something I want to be consuming. I don't the stuff that he says is not something that I agree with, so therefore I don't watch him anymore. And that's my choice. I'm not going to be
Yeah.
upset with you guys for still watching him. That's your choice. But that's not something I want in my life. Like,
Dude, that's what a lot of people don't understand.
and like I
A lot of
get,
people are like, a lot of people in your situation are like, I don't watch NickMercs, so if you watch NickMercs, then you're not my friend. And
well,
I'm
the
like,
thing is
why?
like this is my opinion about it, right? There are certain people that do very wrong things. Everyone is allowed to have an opinion. It's your
Yeah.
actions that should be punished. Your opinion should not be punished. Okay? You are allowed to have your own thoughts and feelings on things, right?
Yeah.
But if you do something that harms someone else, like the whole Colleen Ballinger thing with her, like literally grooming minors to work for her. She was
Yeah.
grooming minors, like 14-year-olds, and they had like talking to them in a very like inappropriate manner. She wasn't trying to like do anything with them, but she was still talking to them inappropriately. Um,
That's bad enough.
and she was grooming them to work for her for free. Okay? So like that is wrong. The Shane Dawson situation, wrong. Those are understandable cancellations in the public eye of these creators. But when it comes down to certain like tweets saying things, I mean, like saying the N word and saying the like anything, like saying things that are wrong in a grander scheme,
Yeah.
like saying slurs, um,
Looking
like
at you, censor.
directly at you, censor. Um,
2 and 3 days.
that also is what I consider an action because you're consciously, that's not an opinion, that's saying something that is harming other people,
Yeah.
right? So, um, you are allowed to have opinions and that is okay, but your actions do matter and people should be held
Yeah.
accountable for their actions, not their opinions.
True.
That's what I was getting at. Because, like, I've had some opinions over the years that were not okay, right? But
Yeah.
I'm also 20 years old, okay? You live and you grow and you learn, and
Yep.
everybody has different life experiences. Everybody was raised differently. We all have different outlooks on life, right? So,
Dude, that's like you talking about that makes me think about I randomly got this recommended video from Drifter about he doesn't really do it a lot anymore, but he used to make a lot of like different commentaries about like philosophical things and stuff like religion and racism and all that stuff. And he made a video when the whole like Black Lives Matter stuff was happening in 2020. And he talked about how like when he was a kid, his parents basically told him that like that black people are inhuman and that like and that he said that he said that he was rewarded with like candy and stuff for saying the N word, but he was punished if he called them African Americans and stuff. But like that was when he was a kid and he doesn't do that anymore.
yeah, because when you're a kid, like, your parents are your view on the world. Like, the way that your parents view the world is how you view the world because you're learning
Well, yeah,
everything through
and
them.
that's what he even said that he was like it as a kid it's like really hard. Like you basically can't change your view of the world at that point.
Yeah. And like even changing your view of the world after that fact, it is really hard. Like
Yeah,
cuz
he said it took him a while, and like he said it took him a lot of awkward confrontations and stuff for him to like learn that like this is not right.
um like growing up for me, like I'll use myself as an example. Um like growing up my stepfather, he used the R word a lot. If you guys know what the R word, it's the alternate word for calling someone stupid. Um
Yeah,
generally used for people with like Down syndrome. Um, and he used to use
yeah,
that word a lot, so I thought it was okay. So I used to say it all the time. All the time. Sometimes I still catch myself like thinking it, which is bad, I know, and I'm
yeah,
trying to stop it, but it was ingrained. I didn't realize that that was a word that I shouldn't be saying or at least calling people until like 14, 15.
you don't realize it until other people are like, "Whoa, why are you saying that?"
So for like 8 or 9 years of my life in my development era, like in developmental era of my life, I thought that that was okay to say. And it's a very hard thing to like
Yeah,
retrain your brain to take something out of your vocabulary. And that is why like for some people I understand, you know, that aspect of it. Like if you are now like just seeing the light of the situation, you're like, "Oh shit, I should not be saying that." I
yeah.
did not know why, and now I do. Because sometimes we live in ignorance out of the fact of just like how we were born, which is
Well,
like
because
it's
it's like it's the only perspective and like POV you've ever seen.
yeah, but
So
like
it's like, how are you supposed to know that it's wrong?
yeah, and but the thing for me, I think going back to the censor situation is he knew it was wrong, right? I mean, I'm guessing he grew up saying that in Call of Duty lobbies, just as like a lot of people have. Like,
He definitely grew up saying like the F word. I don't know about the N word, but probably
I mean,
definitely the F word.
probably yeah, he grew up in Call of Duty lobbies. Those are probably like the most racist lobbies ever to exist in the planet of the world. Okay.
Yeah, like if you want to talk about like canceling people, you should go back and listen to like MW2 Party Chat from like
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah. Um, but that's the thing though, is people learn and people grow. Um, so like that sheep herd mentality type thing. Like everyone just kind of goes
Yeah,
along with what everyone else is doing until they're like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that. And like
Yeah,
once you
yeah,
kind of learn that, you know, especially if you're in a space like a professional space, you put yourself out there. You make the conscious decision to continue to put yourself out there every single day in the public eye, under scrutiny. And yeah, you are under a fine camera. So if you do say something like that, you're gonna get called out. But that's the
yeah,
whole point is you shouldn't be saying something like that to begin with because you know it's wrong. If you know it's wrong and you continue doing it, that is where like the scrutiny comes in. Because if you're like a like if you're younger, right, or you or are like just breaking out of this shell of and like very like
yeah,
um what am I looking for? Closed-minded like area of people. Like say we're living with your parents and you went off
yeah,
to college and you're like, "Oh my god. Oh my god, the way that I've been living my life forever is not okay. Like the things that I've been doing,
yeah,
the things that I'm saying is not okay."
yeah,
That is your like realization point. And then you have that, conscious changing where you're like, "Okay, I'm going to not say these things anymore." And then after that point, that's when you should be held accountable. I mean, obviously, it takes time to get that stuff out of your vocabulary, but with someone like Censor, who's an adult, a grown ass adult, okay, who knows saying things like that are wrong,
yeah,
saying them, both of them within the matter of a week, by the way,
yeah.
that is where the scrutiny comes in. That is where it's like, yeah, that's not okay. We're done.
Yeah, the first one was like, "Oh, that's not good."
Yeah.
But the second one was like, "Okay, wait a minute."
They're like, oh, he apologized, like, yeah, he apologized, which,
Well,
you know,
the first one was like a good apology and
yeah,
everything
it'd be
too,
like,
because like
okay,
he apologized before anybody even knew he did it. There was not even any clips that surfaced of it before he apologized.
yeah. So like here's where like I'm gonna take that situation and like use it to like break down the levels of like forgivability and like full blown like the difference between personal boundaries and then like societal boundaries, right?
Yeah,
So the first time, that's a personal boundary. He admitted that he was wrong, he made a mistake, he owned up to it, right? Then that's up to you as a person to decide whether or not you want to keep consuming his content,
yeah,
right? That's a personal one. Him doing it again within the same week, nonetheless, um, that is when it becomes like a collective decision. Because one time it's like, okay, he messed up. That's my personal choice whether or not I keep watching him. Him doing it again is him not just messing up. That's like it's a bit of a more serious situation, I feel like. Um, that's when they're be like, okay, he's done it twice. He's said two different slurs in the matter of a week. What do we do as like a society with this guy?
yeah,
You know, and that only applies to words, not actions. Because if someone does something bad, that's a one time. If someone harms someone directly, physically, that is a one time, one and done.
yep,
Okay. But words, they're not as set in stone as far as action goes. He wasn't directing it towards anyone in a malicious way, but saying the words in and of themselves, not good. Especially as a straight, cis, white male, might I add. And in case you guys don't know what those terms means, straight means heterosexual. Cis means they still identify with the gender that they were given at birth. What else did I say? Straight, cis, white. White, self-explanatory. Male, also self-explanatory. So, I feel like that. Does that make sense, that sentence? Because I know not everyone knows what these terms mean, and I'm trying to make sure that everyone understands what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I didn't know what cis meant until like
Yes.
literally like a year ago or
Yeah,
less.
so cis is like I'm a cis woman. Um because I have the female like biology and I was assigned a woman at like a female at birth and a woman at birth and I still fall into that, like I still identify with the woman gender. So therefore I'm cis. And
Yeah,
then trans is when you transition from one gender to the other because you no longer identify with that gender, or you never did, and just society said, "This is what you are, so be it." Like Riss, I don't think I've ever actually said this on stream, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Riss identifies as non-binary. They don't conform to either gender. Um,
Yeah.
so they're not cis or trans. They're non-conforming. Um, which is pretty interesting. I'm taking a class right now in women and gender studies, and we talk a lot about gender and the differences between gender and sex, um, meaning like female, male, or like woman, man, intersex, which is pretty cool. But anyway, enough about that rant. I think I went way
Yeah.
too into that. My bad. My apologies. I went on a rant there. Took up
Yeah.
20 minutes.
That was like a 15-20 minute segment.
Yeah, sorry. I just got a little heated there. My apologies, guys. My apologies for like going on such a tangent. Not apologizing for what I said, by the way. Just so y'all are aware. Okay? I'm gonna clarify. Anyway, moving on. Uh, NickMercs moves to Kick. We talked about that last
Yep.
week, and he exposes his Twitch deal. So pretty much, all in all, if y'all were supporting the MFAM, y'all weren't really supporting the MFAM. All that money that he was making on subs, donations, bits, that kind of stuff, was going directly to Twitch, not to him. He got paid a flat fee every month. It's the same amount every month, which in some cases is like good because streaming sometimes can be very like wishy-washy. You know, it's not a very consistent stream of income. You don't know exactly what you're gonna make every month. So I understand that aspect of it, but like he's making bank either way, you know? And I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of like, you know, all these people were giving this money to him, but they weren't giving this money to him. They were giving the money to Twitch. So now he's getting that bonus plus all that support from his community, which I feel like is good.
Well, he's getting the bonus, like plus the community support, plus
A commission.
Kick pays you for live views.
Yeah. So he's kind of killing it right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he bought a third house. So, yeah, honestly speaking. Bro, I just paid my bill. What do you mean? Sorry, my school just sent me an email. Your bill is available. I don't want to pay my bill. I don't want to do that. Anyway, sorry. It's got me frustrated. But I feel like, you know, Kick is doing some good things. I mean, there's still some kinks in the streaming platform in and of itself.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've grown a lot, and I feel like they're headed in the right directions. There's just a few couple little things that I feel like a lot of people are asking for that they haven't done. Mainly because, how do I put this? Kick has been stereotypically known as the place where people that are banned on Twitch go to stream. And usually, I'm saying usually because sometimes people don't get banned for reasons that are valid, but usually if someone gets banned on Twitch, it's for a good reason. I'm saying usually because, you know, no system's perfect, and I know there's people that's been banned for reasons that are not like valid, and either
The
not.
real problem with Twitch's ban system is sometimes people get banned for seemingly nothing, and Twitch never gives a reason
Yeah.
for people getting banned. So it's like, what?
Yeah. So, or they get banned for like breaking TOS, but like the thing in TOS they broke wasn't like a bad thing per se in the societal, like they didn't like say a bad word or anything. They just did something that they weren't supposed to do that goes against Twitch guidelines or like
Or
their
like I remember
contract.
back in like 2018, 2019, people would get banned in like COD if somebody in game chat said like the N word or something,
Yeah.
which technically they shouldn't get banned for because that's
Yeah.
not their fault.
And then most of the time people mute anyway because like they don't want to hear that stuff on their stream, you know. Like that's what I do. Like I don't do game chat unless like I'm not streaming because I just don't want my viewers to like listen to that stuff because like that's not something I want to put into the community of my like channel, you know?
Me
Like
and Wyatt have only done game chat and Warzone where you just hear death chat.
yeah.
So like it rarely happened when me and Wyatt were playing Warzone,
Yeah,
but
but like when you're playing like S&D or something, like you already know what's going to happen so you can kind of prevent it. Um Personally speaking, like if I'm playing offline, I'll have game chat on. If I'm like
yeah.
recording a YouTube, like I used to record YouTube videos offline, right? I'd play and like wait for like a good S&D game to come up, so I'd have that on. But like in YouTube videos, you can block that out. You can like mute them. You know what I mean? Like you can like bleep out whatever they're saying, um, so that your community doesn't have to hear that. That's not something I want in my community, and a lot of people don't want that in their community, which is another factor to it. I know like a lot of it is because they don't want to get banned, but I feel like another only about the people that do it because they want to protect their community from hearing those things, you know? But anyway, so, you know, I'm excited to see where Kick goes. Hopefully they, you know, beef up their guidelines a little bit, um, make it a little bit more of a, better community to be in. I think right now they're just trying to get as many people on the platform as possible, um, because they're still new. I think that that's kind of like my theory on why they haven't done the TOS guidelines and bans and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
because they're trying to get as many people on the platform as possible to get more like they're trying to get as many streamers on the platform as possible so they can get their viewers on the platform, which I understand. You know, they're a new platform. I understand that from a business perspective. I understand from an ethics perspective. I do not, and I just want to like make that statement. It's not an ethical decision. It's a straight business decision. And I can say that as a business major. Boom. This is why I'm here at school, guys, so I can give you the, the different point of view.
See the thing about like one other thing about Kick that, and this is not going to affect everybody, but and I know they've made some updates to it. I personally haven't been on it very much, but they're at least in the beginning. I don't know how the update is, like I said, but their mobile app was awful.
Oh yeah, I think they fixed it. I'm pretty sure they
Their
fixed it.
mobile app was terrible.
Yeah, I think they fixed it though, so I think we're good on that front now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to keep you know looking into it and seeing what's going on because like I know there's a lot of things going on with that app right now that are just
Yeah.
and like a lot of the like the people that have stake in the company also say things that they're not supposed to say.
Steak.
Um, what's so funny about stake?
Because that's the the gambling people.
It is
Yeah, that's what the company is.
funny.
Trainwreck's like gambling companies called Steak.
I didn't know that. Unintentional pun. Unintentional pun. But so, you know, people that are like shareholders and people that are like on the
People that have a
decision.
stake in steak.
Yeah, that have a stake in stake. Okay. Or that have power, I guess you could say. And what the company does do these things. They're
Yeah.
the people that, you know, listen to the Andrew Tate rhetoric of toxic masculinity and that kind of stuff. So it's understandable why they're giving themselves a platform for them to be who they are.
Yeah.
And a lot of people they're kind of like taking advantage of the people that want to get out of Twitch but still that don't align with those like values and want to create an
Yeah.
actual safe space for their communities and not just a safe space to be um that's not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. But it's a great platform. What they're doing, the 95-5 split is great. The paid
The
for
95 to 5 split is
it's
crazy. I love
fabulous.
that.
And then the getting paid while streamed for the partner program
Yeah,
that they have.
and getting paid for live viewers because, like, at least for me, like, I don't get like the most subs in the world, but like, I usually get kind of okay live viewers. So
Yeah.
if that translated over to Kick, then I would still be getting paid a little bit.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a good platform. I just feel like there's some bad apples, you know. There's some things that kind of make give it that bad rap. Um
But yeah, but like you
Understandably
said,
so.
where it's like, I mean, like it's like you said, where like if you don't want to see that, then you don't have to see it. So
Exactly. I mean, like the
you
only
could
thing
just not follow the people that do that on Kick.
that's fair. And I feel like the other thing that I feel like that they should get on top of before I want to make like the full switch to the platform, because I know we kind of like tested it out with the podcast and stuff like that, but like before I as a creator make the full switch, um
You can
as a
always multi-stream.
that's true, but like hate raids are a big thing on Kick, I've heard, especially for women and minorities of any kind. And I'm a woman and I identify as gay. I look gay. Okay, I'm a walking lesbian poster child. Okay, I'm the poster child of lesbianism.
I don't know if I would say that.
I stream with my female presenting partner. I wear backwards hats, hoodies, sweatpants. I play video games with a bunch of different guys. That's pretty much the stereotypical lesbian, okay?
Yeah, maybe.
Like it's my favorite my I'm like I don't know how to explain it.
If you didn't have a long hair, I would go further along with it than what
Well,
you're going.
that's more like butch. I'm not a butch, but I'm definitely more masculine than most women, I would feel like. I wear men's clothing.
You could hear it. You could hear it in the voice. If even nobody else knew, you probably would. People would probably guess it in the voice.
Yeah, and like I am masculine present like I wear men's clothing mostly. Like there's only a few clothing items that I have that are not men's. Especially in the summertime,
That's
dude.
fair.
I'm out there in freaking button ups, fucking men's shorts. Like
In the winter, you'll put a flannel on.
sometimes. I only have two flannels, so I don't get too crazy with it, but I'm mainly a sweatpants and a hoodie kind of gal.
Erica's all about flannel. She literally wears a flannel all the time.
I love me some hoodies and sweatpants. It's like it's been my thing for like ever. I just they're so I like to be comfortable, especially when I'm gaming. So it's like and the backwards hat I feel like is a big one.
The only thing I can't wear when I'm gaming is a long sleeve shirt.
Really?
I don't like the
It's
sleeves
just
like
so
that.
cold up here that I kind of have to. I'm like forced,
Well,
or I'll like
I
wrap
have my
myself in
own
a hood.
AC unit in my room, so
Well, that just makes things cold.
I can make it warmer.
Oh, so it's okay. It's heating and cooling. Gotcha.
Yeah, like when it gets really cold, I'll just turn it up. It'll be warm in here.
Yeah, it's I live on a college campus, so the heating is like either really it's like it's not like ever at the right temperature. You know, it's either too hot in here where I'm sweating
Yeah.
in the middle of winter, or it's not even on to where I'm like shivering. Like Riss and I have a
Yeah.
specific blanket that we add to our bed during the wintertime because of how cold it can get. Because the heating system for most of the dorms, you ready for this? This is a state college education for you.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
it's a state college living, I guess. Um, our heating, for the most part, is it's called pipe heating. So they run the hot water pipes on the outside of the wall, and then they put like this like thing around it with vents on the top.
Yeah.
So whenever someone takes a shower or something, the hot water will run through that pipe, and the steam of it is what heats the room.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it's not like great because people have to be taking showers consistently. And I live in a dorm with 80 people in it. So last year was a lot better because I lived in a dorm with like triple that,
Yeah.
but this year it's not as many people, and so there's not as much water getting pumped through the building as before.
You just got to be in the shower constantly,
Yeah,
Tone.
yeah,
That's what you have to do.
yeah. Unfortunate, but
You just need to take a shower all day. Just do the podcast from the shower.
hey guys, hold on real quick. I gotta scrub it up, dub. Gotta wash my hair and let deception take over. Uh, imagine. I don't think
Just
I've.
don't use a webcam.
Well, I wasn't deception. I wasn't planning on it. We don't use webcams during the podcast anyway. Because Mr. Hotshot over here hasn't done a face reveal. I'm still
We'll see.
waiting. I'm still waiting. What do we need to do? What do I need to do to get you to do a face reveal?
Well, I've already done one for you.
Well, yeah, but like for the public. What about that thing we got planned? Are you gonna do a face reveal for that?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'll talk to you after the podcast about it. Cause I want like I'll give you my vision, and if you don't want to, it's fine. I can just do like whatever. But I can just like whatever. But I have a vision, deception, a vision.
We haven't even talked about the MW3 stuff yet.
I know. We're already like at an hour and 10 minutes. This is a long one, guys. Sorry about that. We've been just kind of just chatting today, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll let you take the lead on the MW3 stuff, so I don't get on tangents again. I'm gonna give. Actually, I gotta pee again, so give them a lowdown, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. So basically, yesterday, COD dropped a pretty big blog about MW3 because we're nearing a week away from the game coming out. And they said that they're gonna be adding all of they didn't say all of them. I would assume they might be going for all of them, but they said they were going to be adding MW2 maps in MW3. So they're going to be adding 4 in the first season, and there's going to be Shoot House, Mercado Las Almas, and Farm 18 are 3 of the first 4. There's going to be one more. But basically they're gonna add MW2 maps into MW3 as the seasons go. But they said that that's not gonna count toward the new maps that are coming in MW3. Like there's still gonna be at least 12 new maps plus whatever remakes they do, plus the MW2 maps from last year. So we might be seeing the most maps that have ever been featured in a COD game by the time this game's over. Um, so there's that. Um, they gave more description on the war mode, which was cool. They basically they said what we thought we were gonna hear anyways. They talked about how it's gonna be a linear map. There's like there's like 3 different objectives. It's the same thing as war mode from World War II. But one thing we were uncertain about was what player count they were going to use. Because I think a lot of people thought that they were going to do like 24v24 or 32v32, like ground war. But they said in the blog that it's a 6v6 battle. So we're
Bum,
getting
bum,
6v6 in
bum.
war.
I'm so
I think
excited.
6v6 in war is better,
Me
but
too. I'm so excited for war mode. I don't even think you guys understand my pure level of excitement. All right,
war is a great mode.
dude.
I had so much fun with that in World War II.
I'm gonna be grinding it. Okay. Literally, it comes out next Friday. Isn't that crazy?
Yep, we're 9 days away now.
I'm so excited.
And campaign early access drops tomorrow if you pre-order the game.
Ooh, I might have to just pre-order the game then real quick. Actually, I don't have any money. Just kidding. I would. So I sold my car, right? So I had a check to I have a check to cash from selling my car, but I have to check cash it at home because it's where my bank is. It's an hour and a half away. I can't go during the week. Like I said, I don't have a car. So whenever Riss and I go home, we have to go to the bank. But every time we go to the bank, they're closed.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of screwed, I guess. I just have to like. So since Riss is going home Saturday, they're gonna take it to the bank for me, so I can.
Maybe you can pre-order the game sometime before it releases.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I
But
literally like earlier, I put a poll up on Twitter about whether I should stream the campaign or not
wait, so
because
the campaign starts tomorrow?
yeah, we can play the campaign tomorrow.
Okay, because I get
I kind of
paid.
want to play it. Like, I kind of want to play it. I kind of like I want to play it, and if I do play it, it's like I might as well stream it. But like,
Yeah,
there's also like Forza and stuff that I want to play, so I don't know. We'll see. I put
because
a poll up on Twitter, so we'll see what people say.
all right. Because I get paid Friday, right?
Yeah.
So, because I love playing the campaign, you know. And if I can bang the campaign out before the actual game comes out, get a feel for the way it plays, all that kind of stuff.
See,
It's
that's the only
content.
reason why I play the campaign. Like, I've never really played COD campaign because I'm not really a campaign guy, anyways. But like, it also was because multiplayer and stuff was already out. It's like, why
Hmm.
would I play campaign when I have multiplayer?
Yeah, like you
But
gotta
like
grind, but
now, like since they did it last year with MW2, uh, and they did the early access, I was like, you know what? I'll play the campaign because this is the first taste of the game that we have
mm-hmm.
before MP, and I'll be able to finish it before the next Friday when the game comes out. So it's like, I'll be able to get something done.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's campaign rewards. So you get rewarded for playing it. So that makes me kind of want to play it too.
You get rewarded for playing it.
Yeah, there's like they did a bunch of rewards last year and they did a bunch this year.
Hmm. I might have to. I might have to play. Yeah, maybe I'll order it. Oh, maybe that's what I'll play this weekend instead of Fortnite. I think I'd rather play God than Fortnite at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Fortnite girly anymore.
Yeah, so if we're looking if you go on Charlie Intel, they tweeted about the campaign rewards.
Well, so if I pre-order the game Friday, right? Will I have instant access to the campaign?
Yeah,
Okay.
campaign at early access starts tomorrow.
Okay. And then
You'll just have to download it, obviously.
that's what I'll probably do then. Cuz then I can buy it Friday, download it while I'm at work, get
Because
back from work. Cuz I get what?
you get 4 operators.
Mhm.
You get uh you okay, they said there's more after besides these, but these are the ones they were highlighting. There's 4 calling cards, 4 operators, and a weapon blueprint.
Interesting.
That's like the highlights of it, but they said there's more.
All right. I'll have to play then. I'll cuz I go
Yeah,
into
they
work
did that last year too, and I thought it was pretty cool. So
cuz I go into work at 7 on Friday. I work 7 to probably like 4 a.m.
yeah,
That's gonna fucking suck. But that's what 9 hour shift because I'm like the lead
yeah,
manager Friday. I'm the lead manager, so I have to like make sure everything's done before I leave, which also sucks. Um, and the crew I got, it's interesting. So so I'm gonna come home, instantly pass out, and then
instantly.
like I'm gonna come home, get out of my work clothes, lay in bed, and
Just in the bed,
promptly pass
gone.
out. I'm gonna text Riss that I got home safe, cause Riss is going home Friday night because they have work at 11 o'clock in the morning. So back
Yeah.
home. So they're going home Friday night. So, and I'll be at work. So I'm gonna promptly pass out. Wake up, play. I might do some editing in the morning instead of streaming, and then just grind the campaign while Risk goes into work at 11 p.m. So maybe I'll play the campaign then.
I'll see what people say about me playing it on Twitter.
Cause that's a 4-hour stream right there, instantly.
If people on Twitter want to see it, I'll play it.
I'll play no matter what. You know me.
I just like I want to play it, but it's like, do people want to see? Is the question, because I can play it off stream, but like
I want to see it.
I figured it was like if I play it, I might as well stream
Yes, I want to play it. Oh my god, someone said no.
it.
I put yes, but someone put no.
Hey, some people don't want to see MW3. It's fair.
Bruh, who put that? Oh, okay. You saw that. Someone said they meant to press yes. So technically speaking, it's 100% yes and 0% no because someone pressed the wrong one. But
Yeah.
not the point here. Anyway, we'll probably talk more about MW3 next week. That'll probably take up the whole podcast next week just because the game comes out next Friday. We'll have played the campaign. So, yeah.
I don't know if I'll have it finished.
We'll have played a good chunk.
I don't know
of
if you'll
game.
have it finished, but
Bro.
we should be able to give good thoughts on the campaign.
Did I tell you how many? I've been playing Minecraft. I've been grinding Minecraft. I've played 8 hours I think 10 hours now in the past, like 3 days of just Minecraft. Okay?
Yeah. That's kind of how I've been with Forza.
So when that campaign comes out, you know I'm gonna be playing through it. So
I've been playing a lot of Forza like that, so I get it.
I won't play Sunday mainly because I have to work, but
there's a new game that I want to play on Friday, so we'll see.
Okay. What's the new
If
game?
people want to see it, I'll definitely stream it. I'll definitely stream the campaign tomorrow, but I think I'm going to play a new game on Friday and then go back to the campaign next week.
What's the new game?
There's a game. Well, it's been out for a while. It's not technically a new game. It's a new game to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing like Gunfire Reborn all the time, which I think is a very fun game.
Yeah.
There's a game that's like very similar to that, but it also kind of looks like Borderlands.
Ooh.
And it's called RoboQuest. And I'm gonna play it. I want to buy it and play it on Friday.
All right.
I think.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Climb Together podcast. I know it was a long one. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with us. Make sure you guys, like, subscribe, follow the channels. We're getting caught up on the episodes on YouTube. So if you guys are on stream right now and you want to take a trip down memory lane, head over to my YouTube channel. There's a whole playlist of them. So, give that a good listen. It'll listen to it while you're doing homework, while you're at work, while you're playing video games. We don't just talk about Call of Duty on this podcast. We talk about creating, tips and tricks for that. We talk about real life events. We talk about gaming drama. We talk about Valorant. We talk about Halo. We talk about all the different things. So, give those old podcasts a listen. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. This has been episode number 54. Deception, say bye.
Bye.
See you guys next time. Peace.